from a Sharks perspective, how do you bounce back after a loss like that at home, knowing what was at stake in that game?
Yeah, look, you can shrug off the disappointment. They've got a big job this week. They've got to play the Rabbitohs. But this Sharks-Cowboys game was the one game over the weekend that failed to rise to, I think, semi-final standard. All right, both sides conceding 30 points. The defence was poor. You know, the two teams in this round that really took pride in their defence obviously were the Panthers, who only conceded 8 points, and South Sydney, who only conceded 14 points, despite the fact they were down to 11 and 12 men at regular times during the game. Coincidentally, those two teams played the grand final last year. All right, these other teams really didn't have the semi-final grit and defence that they're going to need. They're wonderfully attacking teams. It was an entertaining game because you got the two new boys on the block up in their top 4 position, you know, fighting for a home ground preliminary final. But the game never really rose to semi-final standard for mine. I thought the other 3 games were better.
Yeah, you know, Gus, I agree with you once again. We're not supposed to agree on this show, but I probably agree with you again. Watching the other games, I thought the intensity wasn't quite the same in that game. And that, as a Shark, probably disappointed me a little bit, particularly the way they defended. Their defence the last 10 weeks of the competition.
But they've played no one, Gal.
Well, they have.
They haven't. No, they haven't.
They had a month they played Para, Penrith.
All without rep players. All without rep players. Yes, they did. All without rep players. All without rep players. They've had the softest draw of any team in the comp.
They had rep players.
Go and look at it again, Gal. Go and look at it again.
Para, Penrith, South Sydney. They did say the Melbourne Storm. They did. They did. The last 2 or 3 weeks had a soft draw going into semi-final.
They've never had finals defence all season.
Are they out in the straight sets, Gus?
Yeah, they're gone.
The last 12 weeks of the competition, they've been statistically the best defence in the competition.
Because they played no one.
Gus, I just named 4.
They didn't play anyone. They didn't play anyone at full strength. They didn't play anyone.
Melbourne Storm, Penrith, Parramatta.
Look at all the players who were out when they played those players. They played those teams. They were.
Sharks had plenty of players throughout the year also. They had players out, but this is not spoken about.
What can I do?
You can't do anything.
I'm
telling you facts.
Well, I'm telling you what. I'm telling you what.
I'm telling you, I was disappointed in the Sharks' defence. Yeah. How good they were defensively. And don't forget, we just used bad the Cowboys, said that they weren't at the same level as the other team. I agreed with you on that. So to have 30 points scored against you as a Shark, the way the tries were scored, the Hiku try, the Dearden try, I was disappointed too. Yeah. It wasn't ideal. It wasn't great.
So even the last try.
Yeah, the Tom Malala one, yeah. Look, they're down to 12 men at that stage.
Yeah, but they're 10 metres off their line. They went through them. They didn't go around them.
Yeah, they're down to 12 men, and they're like 6s and 7s anyway.
So Gus doesn't.
They've had a soft draw.
He doesn't believe they'll beat the Rabbitohs.
Will they? You're always against.
Why will they beat South, Gal?
Why will they beat South? Well, they've got to get. Well, for starters, they improved their completion rate. That was one area I was really worried about. I said it on last week's show.
You go, mate. Double or nothing. Where we go?
Oh, he's thrown the 100 across. Stand by.
I don't think I've had a win or a year on a bet, so I'll have a think about that. But look, I think they've got their completion right. They can fix their defence up, you know, and get back to some sort of full strength.
Coming back your way.
It's a bit of a sore point, Gus. He doesn't like soft being raised around the Sharks because he said it's a soft premiership that they won.
He's always against them.
That's not what I said.
Cronulla.
That's not. He never even listened to the podcast.
I always listen to podcasts.
They never listen. That's not what I said. And I was 100% right too. That's what they don't like.
That was one of our first ever podcasts.
I don't remember the podcast. No, I didn't listen. But anyway, we won the comp.
No, but you bitched about it for 2 years.
I never bitched about it at all.
Yes, you did.
No, I never.
They used it as motivation.
Yes. You might have 3 blokes on your card on Thursday night.
Bring it on. Yeah. You'll be in trouble too.
3 cheers for Gus. I remember it. You cheering in the sheds. 3 cheers for Gus.
Yeah, 100%. I did.